What's good? It's your girl Iris, and I'm back at it again with a back at it again. You feel me? I hope you feel me. Oh, hold on. Let me get my thing. All right, so I ordered some extra Oracle cards because I feel like the one that I have is, I feel like strictly for a toxic situation. So sometimes, I mean, you know, no contact relationships or situationships, like they are toxic, but sometimes we want another level of depth in a different direction rather than just everything completely negative. So I got me some more Oracle cards. Stay tuned for those. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get here, but when they do get here, I'm just letting you know. I just ordered them, so I'm excited. So let's clear the air. I just want to give thanks to my father, my mother, my ancestors, my spirit guides, the divine, for everything. Okay? I want to ask that you take these readings only where they resonate and leave the rest. I want to request that you like, comment, and subscribe if it does resonate, so we could keep this going. Okay? I greatly appreciate you. I really don't want you to look at me for real, but I mean, if the camera wants to, I mean, I can't argue with it. You feel me? Okay, fine. Okay, so let's see what's crowning the energy. Okay. Everything's gonna fall on the floor. Okay. So there's a Page of Cups. So there's somebody that wants to come to you and express their love for you. Yeah, I'm getting somebody that might be cocky. You know what I'm saying? They might be a little cocky, but that's why they want to express their love to you, because there's that Queen of Swords. Like, they see you as somebody that's really like outgoing, says what she want to say, but actually like pretty intuitive in a sense where it's like you're not dumb. Like, you speak up for yourself, but you know what you're saying and you say it in the right way. And people could be like, yo, you know what, you right. Like, that's what I'm getting. And this person likes that. Sorry, I'm sweating. That's why I'm so shiny. But yeah, like, that's what I'm getting. And I'm getting like a good feeling. Like there's somebody, like, this is somebody new too. That's another thing. Like, yeah. They think that you a good find. You're like a rare find. Like, somebody that will fight for yourself and for him too. Like, somebody with a good head on their shoulders. And this is your justice. Probably from, after like a situation that you had. You probably had to cut something off. Or, whatever the case is. Hold on. Sorry. From now on, like, when things start to feel like it kind of resonates in a sense, I know I'm part of the collective, but I don't want to read for myself. I could do that on my own time. Okay. I want to read for you. So, but this is a situation the cards are showing. It is your justice for this person to come to you. Now, can you give me more on this Page of Cups? The Magician. Ooh, so this person definitely, they're in touch with their spiritual side. Like, they're from that walk a life that's like not everybody walks type of situation. They might be into crystals, or, you know, they manifest things. They believe in things beyond the 3D. This is who this guy is. And, oh, he wants himself a little high priestess. You hear me? A big high priestess. A woman that's enlightened. Or it could be this person that's in their high priestess. Like this person is definitely on, you know, a higher timeline. Yeah, because you put a death to something. Because you put a death to something. That's what it's saying. Look how it goes from Page of Cups to the Queen of Swords to the Justice. Then it goes from Magician to the High Priestess to the Death. So the cards are showing that you're coming more into alignment with whoever is aligned with you in this season, right? You definitely cut off a few things and you've grown from it. You become like a different person, and like you just became like really mysterious to people. And this one person, like, they might have been around for a while or something, but they are just now coming into realization because y'all more in alignment. And like, you're coming off real mysterious. You're very emotionally intelligent. And all this is like, this was you before, but now it's like, it's a little more obvious now. If you've, because of this death, it's really just changed the whole course of your life. Like, you're a whole different person in a whole different world type. And this person likes that, and that's where they're attracted to you too. Okay. Yeah. It's good news to you and everybody around you, that you put an end to a certain cycle. With the Page of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, and the 3 of Cups, I'm getting that you're going to be connecting more with people that are like you. And, you know, whatever it is that you let go of, I just keep emphasizing you letting go of something, because there was an ending here. And it's giving you a new mindset and thriftiness. Like, sometimes, okay, so maybe like, you know, people, it's so many things are just coming in. Money coming in, friends coming in, a celebration. Like, there's a celebration. I'm hearing there's a celebration in heaven that you've cut something off. Like, you really came into alignment. And there may be like some lingering feelings, you know, left behind, but them lingering feelings, you got to understand that those feelings are okay to feel. You don't have to quench them with replacing, with putting back. You don't have to replace them with quenching them with the wrong things. So when I say that, I mean, basically, say like you're thinking like, oh, like, maybe if I got back with my old person in their new state, I won't feel like this anymore. I want you to understand that right now, the divine needs you to just not only swallow, but digest that feeling that you're having when it comes to the murky feelings, to fight through it. Restlessness, endurance, courage. Yeah, so you're stressed out, but there's truth behind the stress. And the stress is definitely like, if you're anything like my situation, like, your spirit guides are definitely masking the stress, because you had to get to this point of renewal, right? You have to have patience in order to get past this heartbreak, okay? Because you have new offers, new situations coming in. You're working hard towards the things that are influencing you, because you really went through a serious breakup, a lot of burdens, you know, a lot of things, a lot of fighting and conflict, and now you have the potential to work towards your success. What else? The Hierophant. Yeah. So Spirit is asking you to like take some time to learn more. Spirit wants you to get into the mode of perfecting your gifts. And it's that time. It's that time to do this. 11:17 on the clock when I said this. It's the time. You were working through a lot of emotions, and it's okay that you took that moment to work through all those emotions. If you're anything like me, you would feel like you almost became obsessed with working through those emotions. The number 555 might be significant to you. 5's really in the tarot, it's like the climax point. You know what I'm saying? You're at the point where there's a transition, a serious transition, a full-on transition from who you used to be to who you've been meant to become this whole time. And Spirit just needs you to nurture that. And what that is learning, seeking advice, being obedient to the tasks at hand. Things are changing in your favor. Okay. And I see that you do have, you know, I see that you do have the endurance and the ambition to make this happen. You're doing it. Yeah, the Empress. Yeah, you're doing what you got to do. You're not letting other things, you know, come in your way right now. You're not allowing old feelings and old disappointments to take you away from. You're not letting yourself be deceived anymore. You're not letting yourself be tricked anymore out of your spot. You're not sabotaging yourself anymore. With the 7 of Swords coming out, I'm getting like there was somebody that tried to take this from you. Their dishonesty and their trickery kept you in a state that you didn't even realize. You know, and this is all energy. Like, we're not talking about like people that like woke up one day and just wanted to mess with you. Like, no, like these are just low vibrational people that meant well in the beginning. But because they became connected to you, different forces attached themselves to them. And, you know, these hosts is what I like to call them. They took over. And that's why it's very important for us to do our healing work within ourselves, because if we don't, we could become a meat suit as well. Now, I honestly don't believe somebody that's in very high vibration can result to things like that, but it is very possible. Like, if you get to a high vibration and then pride overtakes you, and you keep feeding that pride, and you choose to feed that pride, you know, that's one thing. And then there's, you know, mental disorders also in play. But honestly, I feel like once you get to a certain point, you don't have that desire to go backwards. It just doesn't happen that way. And if it does, it's very minuscule to the point where you can learn yourself out of it, you know. Can I get more on... Can I get more on these options, these offers? Okay, take your time with everything. I was listening to something earlier, and it was talking about be careful of who comes around right after you get out of a situation, because that person 9 times out of 10 holds the same trickery spirit. Because I don't know if you ever noticed, like when you, and I get chills when I'm saying that, when you when you destroy one thing that's bad for you, it's like it comes back in a different way through somebody else, through another person that's around you. So what used to happen to me was when I would break up with a situation, or say I would quit smoking or something like that, I would try to drop an addiction. Whenever I try to cut something out of my life, somebody that I already knew that wasn't really giving me an issue before ends up becoming an issue. Like, there was one time I cut off my twin flame, one of the last times. I cut him off, and then all of a sudden, these guys that I was really cordial with, they just started arguments with me, like really just wanted to argue with me. And I'm just like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you acting like this? And then it just became like a whole big thing. Now we don't even talk no more. I'm like, what did this come from? Like, I was like, what? But I was like, oh, but I think I know. Because it's in 1655. Why is 1655 so important? That's interesting. But, it might be significant to somebody. Maybe like a code you use or something. Yeah, so it's like, just be prepared, because I'm hearing spirit knows what triggers you, and there's more healing to be done. It's almost like an initiation to what you have learned, like to see how much you've learned, because it's one thing to have knowledge, but it's another thing to put it into action. So it's almost like, okay, you went through this, but now you can monitor it. You're not gonna be engulfed in the situation because you're very much aware of it. So now that you're very much aware of it and you've learned your lessons, you may be at this point where you seeing things from such a high perspective that you're literally looking down on the lower energies. Somebody could portray themselves as being high vibrational, like say this Page of Cups that's coming in. But then again, it's a page, you know. I don't see no King of Cups anywhere. You know, this is a page. So, they might have just been starting their journey, something like that. So, in that case, it is a possibility. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but there is the possibility that somebody that, you know, is new, or, you know, still has a lot of growth to do, but knows a lot, that person, confirmation, that person can also be susceptible to the trickery spirits and the deceptive spirits that just want to procrastinate you. Okay, so keep an eye out. Like, have you use your intuition. Use your intuition. You're the Empress. Take your time, because this trickery spirit is still out here. Okay, they still want to cause conflict. Okay, because you have a strong will, so you're being tested to see the things that you've been learning. So you need to persevere for the results that you really want to see in your life, for the results that you're meant to see. Yeah, have courage. With the Seven of Wands, stick to the plan. You know, don't revert back or change timelines for anybody right now. Right now, it's just you and the divine. Do not, my love, do not make anybody the center of your attention right now, because it's an illusion right now. It's a test. It's like a crash test right now. And you could be saying like, okay, how could it be a crash test if I don't have my feelings all the way in it? You know, they don't have this new person doesn't have no effect on me. But if you let your guards down in a certain sense, I think it's just now we have to understand that there is still some learning to do in dealing with this trickster spirit. Give me more on this trickster spirit. This trickster spirit wants to mess up your finances. This trickster spirit wants to put you in a lack mindset. So either way, even if you don't fall in love with this person, like they might just sway your way of thinking. Just be very, 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 very cautious. And I'm not saying that's how you have to be with every single body. But like, even in the Bible, it says test every spirit. Don't trust anybody. Trust is earned, especially when you're of the divine, constantly going through spiritual warfare. You can't trust anyone. You can't even trust me. You can't trust anybody because you don't know people's frequencies. Okay, you don't know that. You just know their mannerisms. You could intuitively feel their energy, but you don't know what kind of frequency they're on. One notch off, one notch on can make a huge difference on the company that they bring, on the type of people that they're around. You know, there's people that are completely in solitude and have high frequencies, and there's people that are around a lot of people that have high frequencies too. But not everybody is susceptible or not susceptible to being influenced, right? And the moment you become influenced by the wrong thing, that's when things start changing. Yeah, and then there goes the ten of Pentacles in the reverse. And you don't want that. Financial loss, burden of wealth, trouble about inheritance. You know what I'm saying? This is what will happen. Really? Spirit is saying they'd rather you I don't know if I want to say that. I don't know if that's for me or... They're saying they'd rather you obsessively watch tarot readings than to go to anybody else for comfort right now. Word, because to be honest with you, if you just alone with your spirit guides and, you know, trusted tarot readers too on top of that. But they'd rather you be just dealing with everything spiritual, like just spiritual things. Because even if you go the wrong way in a certain aspect, at least, you know, the things of the 5D, your spirit guides in the 5D, they could redirect you in that realm. But if you're focusing on 3D things, all that stuff starts dimming. 24/12, when I said that stuff, that spiritual insight, it starts to dim a little bit. It don't go away, but it starts to dim a little bit. So it's better if you just take breaks here and there. Don't completely like 24/7 engulf yourself in spirituality, but stay in your 3D insight. Your 5D insight, but have 3D insight. So you stay in your 5D realm, in your soul, so you could have more insight. There you go. Thank you, Spirit. So you have better insight on what's going on in the 3D. Because, like they always say, it's manifests in the spirit before it comes to the 3D. So if you're manifesting in the spirit, you're working in the spirit, that's why people like to be alone, because to be in your mind, you're closer to your pineal gland. And whatever's going on in here is what creates the decision, right? They say that this is the decision making. Before they call it the pineal gland, they're gonna call that the area of decision making. I think it is pineal gland. Before they call it a third eye, before they call it like anything spiritual, they're going to tell you that this is where your decision making comes from. So if you could open that up only to the divine, whatever happens in the 3D will be in control. You'll have your help. You'll have your guides in control with you, because you're choosing to keep that nourished. You understand? Okay, so give me more on the progress of the collective. Oops. Well, Ace of Wands, you're doing great things. Wow. Somebody's ancestor is just like, oh my gosh, she did it. Oh my gosh, he did it. Oh my gosh, my baby did it. Like, you did it. Like, you really did it. Like, you beat the odds is what I'm hearing. With the Ace of Wands coming out, it's the start of a new birth. Like, I'm hearing you can mark today your true birthday. Like, wow. And I was going to say, like, isn't it like 999? Yesterday was 999. And then you know what? Yesterday I like had like a bit of a purging too. And it was like a massive crying. What was going on in the cry? I mean, obviously my period just started, so but so I was it's like spirit was telling me like, okay, it's your period, just ride this through. It was like, like you would think like I was giving birth, like not really, but like, what I'm saying, like I was wailing, crying, like whining, complaining, crying. I was crying. But I also had this feeling of this just has to purge. Like let's let it purge. I wasn't really feeling sorry for myself. I was just like, this has to happen. I have to purge. So it's like you're shedding your skin in a sense, like you're really letting go of the things that aren't serving you, like emotionally too. Ooh, confirmation. I think because since I'm so new to tarot too, I feel like I'm still so heavily a part of the collective. In a sense where like that's where my insight is coming from, actually being in the battle with the collective rather than having my own story apart from the collective. Because readers, they are part of the collective, but it's like majority of the time the reader isn't reading something that they're dealing with at the moment. And I notice no matter what I do, these cards always popping out with something that I could resonate with. But I definitely feel like this person is different than this person. See, I don't like my page. I'm not really into my page. I'm not really into him. But this page, I think you're into this person, or you want to be into this person. Like you want to actually see where this can go. Maybe you was told that, that this was going to be your new love interest, but listen, those people are just sensing energies, you know. Honestly, I really truly feel like karmics can manipulate the energy of a tarot reading as well. Because like I said, it's just people reading energy, you know. So today I could read this page as somebody that's innocent. But what happens tomorrow is that could change. Or it won't change tomorrow. Or it could get even better tomorrow. It could be a King of Cups tomorrow. But you need to have your own discernment. That's why Spirit needs you to get into your Hierophant energy, you know. Gain education, gain unity with your spiritual team, for guidance. You know, work on your spiritual progress, wise counsel, bridge, prayer, the spiritual power, righteousness, loneliness, pure relationship, teach, seek advice, obedience, conversative. So feed the knowledge out into the world and into you. Okay? Just so you can stay in tune. Because the moment that you lay astray, that's why in religion they always want to keep people, you know, constant. That's why when you're working out, you always got to keep it a constant. That's why when you're doing anything, you have to keep it a constant, or you're just going to, because it's a discipline. Okay? It's a discipline. Yeah, it's a discipline. Definitely. Yeah. You do not want to become stagnant. Okay? The Hierophant can result. I'm hearing that the way you handle yourself in that Hierophant energy, if you nurture this Hierophant energy, your new birth will flourish. If you don't nurture this Hierophant energy, you become into a standstill. You become insecure of your gifts. You become stagnant, not sure about your path. You understand? That's crazy how it's sitting out like this and I just put it all together like that. Like, that's how it is. That's what it is. The Hierophant is like, it's like the devil and the angel. It's almost like these have like kind of like the same colors. And I notice even the crescent moon is like, it's like facing downwards. So even the moon is getting ready to give you some blessings. The Ace of Wands has an empire in the background. And then the two of Swords, it has a moon, a crescent moon, upside down, ready to pour out some blessings. But there's an ocean and a blindfold between the two, right? There's obstacles in that ocean, but there's still land all around, and she's on a firm foundation still. All it takes in that situation is to open your eyes once more. But you don't want to get there because sometimes you don't know what kind of journey you have to go through to get to see again, you know? You don't want to go through the same things over and over again, like repeat offender. Let's get the last card so this doesn't take too long. Because then it takes forever to upload. Yeah. So, there is harmony now and in your future. Productivity, prosperity, happy and secure homes, stable life, solid business partnerships. Maybe these, you know. I'm getting that this Page of Cups, this energy, has the potential to do the things that you do. They're just not there yet. So they're in the same boat. You don't know what they're their solitude journey and energy is doing in their spiritual life. They could go either way too, you know. And this stagnant energy brings you back to the Five of Wands, you know, the Ten of Wands. You know, I'm seeing devil energy. Okay. I'm gonna just get one. I kind of want to close on that. I did want to see if the devil energy came out, but we got the Four of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So yeah, take a break from, like, you're taking the break from outside life and you're exploring your horizons. You know, you're embracing all the energy that you have acquired and gained through healing, you know, because you really did come out of a Eight of Swords situation. Okay, there goes that devil energy. Okay, you came out of that, you know, and you're coming out of it to work hard to bring results, you know, for them Ten of Cups after disappointment. But even throughout the disappointment, you've been working on yourself, you know. It's just now it's crunch time, bro. Like, right now you're so close. You're so close to hitting another milestone. And I don't ever like to say, oh, you're so close to making it. Every time you make it, there's another level to make. That's what people don't understand. Okay? Whenever you close to make it, there's another level to jump over. There's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm getting, like, it's levels. And Spirit's just urging you to get on that path of nurturing your craft. Maybe learn more things, watch more videos that, you know, will enlighten you in a sense. Okay, so that's all that I have for you guys. Once again, like if that resonates, if it helps you, give you some clarity, because I want to keep helping, I want to keep giving clarity. And subscribe if you haven't, if you so called to. That would be nice. Yeah, because I'm on my journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm 38. I reduced down to 11. So yeah, yo, I'm on my path, my journey. I'm trying. You know, I'm trying. I'm just getting out of, I guess, being a karmic too. You know, I was in karmic energy. I wasn't no toxic person going around trying to hurt people, but I'm gonna be honest with you. There was times where I would just be like, karma get him. Yeah, karma get him. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes there's a balance. There is a balance, I feel like, because you don't want somebody to go through karma. But if somebody is at a point of no return, you notice that your karma has grown you. So it's almost like okay, they know the truth. Like, I don't want somebody to just go through something and stay dumb. That's not making me feel good. I want somebody to go through something and learn from it. That's what makes me feel good. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I even try to explain to myself, like, yo, like, self, you're not wishing ill on people because the person that you wanted to know if they're dealing with karma or not, you really want that person to come out of it and become a new person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when you're angry, you want to make sure, like, oh, like, justice. I want my justice. Like, I want my justice. But at the same time, for how long do you want somebody to have justice for? I mean, at the end of the day, it's not for you to say, but it's good to fight off your karma, to go through your karma and fight it off. All things are good in moderation. Now, if you're going through karma constantly, you're not learning anything. Baby, what are we doing? Like on Hangman, because I did see 4009 that reduced down to 13. That's Hangman. Like, you're just stuck in Hangman. Like, that's horrible. Like, that's worse than you just getting karma. Like, you're not even changing. You're not seeing, like, you're stuck, stagnant, bad. Being stagnant is the worst place to be, no matter what you're doing. If you're practicing evil, even then, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if your goal is to do more evil, you stagnant. You're not even hitting your goal. So whatever you're doing, you just like, see, I don't advocate for evil. Like, I don't advocate for that stuff, but I'm just giving an example. No matter on what spectrum that you want to look at it as, being stagnant is probably the worst thing in the world. Worse than karma. Being stagnant with karma is just, damn. Like, you really stuck. Like, sorry, I'm getting a little, like, stuff in my eye a little bit. Ashy. Insects get in my eye. Okay? So, I'm going to leave it there. I don't know why I feel high now. I feel like I smoked some... That's weird. Anyway, you know, nurture yourself. And I'm going to leave y'all off. So, until next time. Later. Love you.